Roughly 170 some odd years ago, this little ravine and many others like it here in the California Mother Lode region were giving birth to modern civilization here as we know it. It's hard to imagine such a place still exists, untouched and still full of gold. Nevertheless, I'm here to tell you my story, that they do exist, and I'm going to show you. My name is Jerry, and I'm a modern-day prospector. I got stung by something on my hand. This hand, right here. So here we go, I'm going to take you on a ride. Alright, we're going to do the cleanup. Look at that. Look at that. And that. And that's going to take me to the gold. Join me and Prospector Casey as we travel deep into the canyons in search of gold and adventure. Sketchy shot. This is starting to see some color. This is some Northern California gold, American River. One of the very first trips that we ended up doing was me and Casey decided to do some exploring. We normally do our exploring early in the year. It's a better time to ride, not as much dust. It is colder, that is the downside, and there's high water and mud and all that stuff, but it's generally a better time for us, we found, to go exploring and find new areas. So we had a plan to go explore, and that didn't work out.
I don't know where that gate is we're talking about. What?
As it turns out, the road was closed, and we didn't know, so we couldn't get down. And we ended up just going and riding around a bunch of different places, mostly on the street. Kind of a wash of a trip. Next trip out was with another buddy of mine who actually just purchased a couple of street legal motorcycles, Enduro Dirt Street. And that was perfect because that's what we use. Me and Casey both have that, and that's what we use to do a lot of our prospecting and get to where we would go and find new areas. So that was really intriguing, to hear that. And he was a good riding buddy, so I knew he wanted to do the whole gold thing too. So we did an outing up to Paradise, and we had a good time. He actually found some new ground. I remember we found an old cabin site up there that was from, I want to say, the Depression era probably. Pretty neat stuff.
Does the rest of your body want to know? Yeah, my whole hands are good, Billy. My hands are
Unfortunately, like with the last trip, this is all the footage that we have. I did manage to get a picture of the gold. So our next outing of the season was in May. It was me and Casey, and we went back up to Paradise. Oh, I need a break.
Huh?
I need 1 second.
Dude, my pack heavy.
Yeah, I can't even stand up. Like I could the first couple of times, and now I can't get myself up. It's too heavy.
How does my shit look? Is it all staying in?
It is. One of your pans came loose, but it's still on there. I've been watching it.
Okay.
This particular trip, we kind of bit off more than we could chew with carrying stuff down there. I remember I had packed all kinds of stuff. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I think that was the fucking gnarliest ride in I've ever had.
Yeah, that one's a little bit hard. I'll help you get out if you got trouble.
It was just so overgrown.
Yeah. Somebody's been back here though. You could tell, like some of them like on 2 wheels too.
Yeah, I saw that over in that one spot up there.
I hate sounding like a broken record, but we don't really have much footage of the rest of this trip. This was kind of a turning point for us as far as footage goes. You'll be able to tell from here on out. We started to do a lot more filming, spent a little more money on equipment, and overall just try to get more footage of different aspects of what we're doing out there. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go on one of our adventures up to the claim. I'm getting packed up. This is something that I do every Friday, or well, every day before we leave. We usually leave in the morning, getting ready for our adventure. All packed up.
Mason jar full of quarters. There you go. That ought to cover it.
All right. We're at the claim, or we're at the staging area for the claim. This is my last pack. Everybody else is down there already. This is my 4th trip. This is all my personal stuff, my main pack. Yeah, it's been tough. The high baker was ridiculously tough. The rest of them, the pump was tough. Everything was tough, man. This one should be the lightest load, at least. So here we go. I'm going to take you on a ride. Head down to the claim. Very little gold, lots of work, but lots of fun. Had a blast, would have done it all over again. I'm actually getting ready. This is a brand new, this is for a bicycle, this trailer here. And I kind of modified some things. I'm still working on it actually. I gotta fix the brake, but it works. It works pretty well on this trials bike here. And I'm hoping that this will let me bring more stuff down on these projects and kind of make the ride a lot nicer for me. I don't expect it to last long. I mean, it's made of, it's bicycle parts basically and really cheap metal. So I don't know how it's gonna last. That's why I'm packing this guy. I'm gonna put this kind of on top here, like this. So if it does break, I'll have a way, I could take it apart, put it on the frame pack and carry it out, bring it home. This stuff here, this is what I normally take on these little expeditions. This is a day trip, so what I got here is, this is my catch pan, or kind of like my bank right there. I put all my cons in that. This guy, just your normal, this is actually a GPAA pan. I really like this pan. I have a lot of different pans, but I really prefer this one. It's light. It's a lot lighter than your Super Sluice. Super Sluice is an awesome pan. I have one, but this one, it seems like it weighs like maybe half of what a Super Sluice does. And I think it's just as big, maybe a little bit smaller, but it's a good pan. And this guy, 1/2-inch classifier. This is by far the most time-saving piece of equipment that you could have. Some people do 3/8, 1/4 inch. I like, this is a 1/2-inch mesh. I'm not sure of the number, but 1/2 inch square. So it's really time saving. It really helps out because you could basically put it in like this, throw all your material in there as you're crevicing or doing whatever, and when you get down to the water, you ended up with a perfect pan of perfectly classified materials. It's like way easier to pan. So keep that in mind. Be careful though. I've actually found a nugget that I have that didn't make it through the classifier, and I was lucky. I was about to, I always look through there and kind of brush it around. I mean, it's happened to me. So be careful. Never just chuck your classifiers. Don't think, because you never know. I've actually gotten a really nice nugget. I'll show it to you guys sometime in the classifier. So these are some tools, of course gloves. I almost always have to have a brand new pair of gloves every time. It seems like I wear them out every single trip. So gloves, this is a scraper for when we break open some of that slate bedrock. It just makes it easier to scrape all the material off. This is a neat bar to have because it's really thin and it allows you to get into some crevices and really pry this tip. Because of the way it's designed, you could really pry on stuff and get stuff out of some really small cracks, a lot of those little flakes. Another crevicing tool, this one's a little bit smaller. I have a bigger one. I prefer the smaller one. Bigger one's heavier. This one seems to do just as good, and it's smaller and lighter. Little pry bar. I actually found this on a trail, but it's like the perfect size little bar for your backpack. Little scoop here. This is I originally bought for metal detecting, but I mean, it works perfectly fine for everything else. Your rock hammer. Some people prefer the spade, axe, whatever it is, the mining hammer, or I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but this is what I use, and it's perfect because you could really break apart some rocks, break apart some cracks. You could get in there and really pry on stuff. I don't know what I would do without this. This is probably one of my #1 tools to have. A couple things here. This is a railroad spike. My grandfather used to make these. He would mill them down in a lathe, make little, what do you call them, wedges out of them. So this one's been used quite a bit and bent up, but that really helps along with this. You could double stack them and get into some really small cracks and break them open. A little screwdriver, I just kind of grind it into a point, kind of get a little bit of prying if you find something in a small crack you want to carefully get out. This right here is probably the most important tool, or one of the most important tools I have. This guy right here is just a plastic cup, and it's hard. You got to find the right plastic that's really bendable. This one's actually broken. I need a new one. These are cups from a Chevron gas station. They work really well, but they're so flexible. You could get into any kind of crack. Like say here's a crack right here, and the dirt's in there. How are you going to get it out? Well, you could bend this. You see like that? You could bend that, and then you scoop in the material into the cup. So this right here, the little secret, I found lots of gold with a simple tool like this. It really works out. And then this trip I'm actually going to bring, I need to get my mask and my other stuff still, but this is some sniping stuff. I think we might try to do some sniping. And I use this stuff for that also. So yeah, here goes this backpack. I'm going to bring that. I'm going to bring this pack here. Some other stuff, you know, I got my water bottle. This is a must. I carried water for so long, I'm not carrying water anymore. I started off with the actual life straw. I moved on to the life straw bottle. This thing really works. I mean, you don't have to carry your water if you know you're going where there's going to be at least a spring or some trickling water somewhere. If you need to, you could just use this, and I mean, that's a lot of weight that you don't have to carry. I always bring zip ties, this little emergency kit, headlamp, some tape, extra batteries, another light, a little bit of duct tape, first aid kit, not anything fancy, but just a little something, some teepee, some straps. Yeah, I don't think I have anything in here. Oh, a lock. We lock our gear up when we go down to the water. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So getting ready. I got to fix the brakes still, and pretty soon here we'll be on our way. We are on our way to the gold. I don't want to tell you where we're going, but a lot of people are going to recognize some things, and if you know where we're going, keep it to yourself, because you know, you don't want to attract attention to a good thing. So probably the next time you'll see us, oh no, the next time you see us will be on the bikes. Be getting ready on the bikes. Is that right, Casey?
That's right.
That's right. Hill, about ready to take off. Just getting everything kind of together. Got the trailers we're going to try out. Don't anticipate them lasting very long.
Maybe a one and done.
Maybe. Bike's out, ready to go. There's the water. Don't see anybody else here. That's a good thing. Yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure. Probably not a good idea. Take what?
High or low?
I see my footing, man. I really got to make this.
Holy crap.
Actually, I'm going for the lower bit.
Whatever you do, don't get hurt.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing good for camping, but this spot is the coolest swimming hole. I mean, you guys can see this. This right here, it gets deep. I want to say it's like 20 or 30 feet deep down there. Easily. Well, we're gonna get situated here and catch back up with you. What I'm gonna do right now is drink this beer and take a sample from this right here. This is just your flood material. Who knows how long ago? I don't think it was from this winter, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of what we're dealing with here as far as gold value goes. So I'll scoop a little bit of this up and we'll take it down to the water and pan it, and you can see. Put you. That'll do. Not bad for one pan. If you can see that or not. Pretty good pan though. All little bits in there. How you doing?
I do it coming out.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, yours is way better than mine. But
Still though.
still a decent little pan.
Oh yeah. Casey says he's got something good. Let's see what he's got here.
Second pan of the day.
Second pan of the day. Oh, that looks good. Oh, nice.
A little picker in there.
That's a nice picker, dude. Look how big that is. That's pretty. That's a picker. Is that your first picker?
No. Well, today.
Nice. Dude, that's a hefty.
Yeah, that's a nice piece. That's all that was in there, though. A little bit of...
Nice, dude. That's a cool piece of gold. Awesome.
Been here half an hour, maybe?
Yeah, you haven't been here that long. This place is awesome.
Oh, I'll put up the snuffer bottle.
That's a good sign. I love it when that happens. It's annoying but satisfying. All right, we're gonna do some sniping, or attempt to do some sniping. There's not really any good spots to snipe over here. Even though you'd think it would be, there's not a lot of cracks at the water line. Kind of drops off really quick, so we're gonna see what we could come up with, and maybe we will have something to show you guys. Fuck it. Find anything? crash over here. On a hill. Woo! Oh shit. Fuck. My mask. Fuck, I lost my mask. They took it. My mask.
It looks like your snuffer bottle.
And my snuffer, yeah.
Did it have gold in it?
No.
Damn, that's tough.
Yep.
Fuck.
I'm gonna just jump in.
Right.
Yeah, let me. Oh, I lost my fucking pry bar too.
Oh, no.
Or my little crevicing tool.
That was a good one too.
Man, I've had that for a while. Damn. That got me, dude. It was the first time. It was just fucking, my ankle got twisted. And I was just like, oh shit, I'm going backwards.
Oh, dude, it's long right there.
Yeah. All right. Here goes. Yeah, I'm gonna just go like that. It's gonna be like a water slide or something, hopefully. It's a wrap. Had a blast. This place is freaking awesome.
Hard to leave.
Yeah. It's like an Olympic size swimming pool that's alive. It's got fish in it. We're about to get out of here. It's been fun, but we got to get the hell out of the sun. It'll be like 110 right here.
Foundation right here. There should be a bridge or something here.
Yeah. Something was here. Big old pipes. Big operation. Oh man. Catastrophic failure. We have a catastrophic failure. Let's see if we can fix this bad boy. Bush style. A little bent.
Bent, axle bent.
Dude, that actually came out pretty good. That thing was folded over and you got it back. We're gonna get out of here with this thing. See, this is what I was talking about, how this thing, like,
Yeah.
that strap helps with that.
Okay.
Zip tie. XR250 is just a little too much for this poor guy. Little bicycle trailer is just trying to hold on. We're gonna get him out of here. Trailers are working. Woo. This works pretty good though. You'll see. Basically, I have a finishing pan inside of a bigger pan. Just a little bit of water in here. I don't have much. And I have water in that pan. And what I do is I kind of pan it. And then I just want to try to take the top layer off of black sand. You don't want to dive in. See, that's the trick, I think, with separating the black sand with a magnet, is you still want to pan. See, there's a piece of gold right there that fell off of here. You know, you want to try to get your gold as far down in the pan, just like when you're normally panning. Same concept. You just want to try to take the top stuff off. So, and I kind of do that. Give it a little movement, that way I could see if gold's in there. That doesn't look like that. I don't see a single speck of color. So that one was pretty good. Save all that. Here's the finished product. A little bit more in here. There you have it. That's a day's worth of panning up in Northern California. What's up, guys? This trip's going to be a little bit different than the last one that I put out. We're doing kind of a smaller, still going to have adventure. It's just not going to be, first of all, it's just me. I'm going to be by myself. We're going to my claim, or mine and my buddy's claim. We both have ownership in it. And we're going to head up there and do some sampling. You know, I spend quite a bit of time up there. It's kind of hard because we like to go to these other spots where we can for sure get gold. We've gotten good gold from the claim. It's just harder to get, and you got to work a lot harder for it. And you know, you get some nicer pieces if you do find them, it seems to be, but you know, if you want some for sure gold and to see, you know, color in every pan, we have places that we could go for that. But this is a little bit different. This is something that I'm spending my time and trying to do right, and making sure I find the right spot to dig and set up and actually produce gold. The gold that we find here is hard to find. There's not a lot of color. It's a creek, so the flow of the gold, the deposit, everything's a little bit different from your river, you know, because the flow's just not there. And wherever the gold's coming from, which in this case is an alluvial channel that the river ran across upstream, is where they say that the gold from this spot is it comes from. And I'm gonna just do what I can and see if I can come across something. You know, this claim's got to start producing again. In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was this spell where it just coughed up all kinds of good, nice chunks. But we worked an area and we worked it clean. So that area is no more, and I can find gold here or there, but it's hard. I basically have to find some cracks in the bedrock, and everything that's exposed is just already worked. So we'll see what happens. getting ready. The mosquitoes are just thick. I mean, everywhere. It's just bugging the crap out of me. I'm almost ready. Just got to get the bike out. Got all my gear. Pretty much ready to go.
Everything's just the way I left it. It looks like a little bit of dirt bike action coming through here, checking it out. Camp looks good.
Right now, I just got here. I'm about to go do some sampling. Pulled my gear out, a little bit of my gear. So now that I have this gear, I have some ideas that I want to go open up and take a look at. Just kind of scoping stuff out. I need to get some water to drink too, fill up my bottle. You know, I'm gonna stop and look around right here. It's this big old chunk of quartz sticking up out of here. There's another one over there. That's all quartz. Just peeking up. This is a good spot to poke around a little bit, I think. It's up on a high bar, right where it starts to fan out. There's a big fan here. And it's really skinny up there. The hole for a long while. It's all upriver. It's really narrow, and right here it opens up into a big old canyon. It's got a lot of different bars and banks, and I'm gonna poke around at this bank here. I like this dirt right along here on the edge of this stuff. It's really mineralized, and there's even a layer that almost looks like a layer of black sand. Let's see if I can get to the water somewhere. So I did another pan from this little creek. I found some bedrock. It actually looked really good. I was starting to break apart, and I was breaking it apart, and I got stung by something on my hand. This hand, right here. I didn't even see what it was. It was kind of scary. It feels like a bee or a hornet or something. My hand doesn't even feel like it's swelling much. Luckily for me, I took some allergy medicines before I left. I think that'll help with the swelling. I don't think that I'm allergic to them. I know my dad and my brother get bad, but for some reason I don't think I get that bad. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure it's just a bee bite or sting. I only see one little mark. It feels like a bee sting. All right, so that didn't pan out. Like I said, I got stung. I mean, it's thick in there, super thick. I'm just gonna work on this area right here. If you could see the way the rocks are laying, there are a lot more larger rocks than normal down here. And there's bedrock, and it's kind of a nice, the way it comes out, it kind of runs across where it starts to fan at. So I'm gonna work on this stuff right here. Check out this cool flower over here. That's pretty cool. This place really gets to me sometimes. I just did a clean out. I had like three specks. I'm not even gonna say 4, there's 3 specks. Not even worth turning the camera on for. I've gotten gold here before. This place is just so weird. I don't know, I mean, I'm about to go back to the one place where I've always gotten gold, or almost always gotten gold. But the problem is that the water's just too high right now. So I really don't know what to do. It's a lot of work. This stuff is so much work. You think about it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna dig a hole, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You get here and it's a different story altogether. One piece of aluminum. Take that with me. Just to prove that I'm not completely crazy. Here's the pan. This is what I'm talking about. See, there's a piece of gold. It's a decent little speck. I mean, that's bigger than a fleck. It's almost thicker. When it does cough something up, it's a little piece. Usually bigger than that. Usually it's a picker or bigger. It's time to get the hell out of here. I'm all packed up. Got all my stuff. Water bottle. Looks like we're good to go. I noticed a couple of cans. Motorcycle riders, hopefully motorcycle riders. I'm leaving up here. That's pretty much a wrap. Hopefully I don't run into any problems coming out of here. I should, but I am hot. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt on a hot day. Time to get out of here. I think we'll stop by and see what Jared's up to at the store. A buddy of mine owns and operates a little mining boutique out of Coloma. We're about to go find Jared. I think he used to be over here. Now I think he's over there. So we're gonna go see. I didn't know he moved. If that's the case, I'm gonna bombard him with video. He ain't gonna like it probably, but we're gonna get him on video. So here we go. See you. Yeah, you too, man.
Just up for the day?
Just up for the day.
Just out on a ride, or?
No, I don't want the truck and the bike and stuff. I was down the plane.
Oh, you did go right on. Cool.
You don't want to be in it, huh? We're at Jared's place. I told you we were coming in here. I want to buy one of those rubber band guns, man. I was almost going to buy one from up there in Georgetown. They wanted like $40 for one.
For a rubber band gun?
Yeah. It was a nice one. It had, I don't know. I was almost going to buy it until I looked at the price. I was like, nah.
Have you seen the Gatling?
Yeah, this is cool.
So is that waterproof for the housing that it's in right there?
I guess. Yeah, I've taken it underwater.
That's just like that?
Yep, just like this.
Is that a GoPro or is that
It's a GoPro, yeah. GoPro
I don't
accessory.
want to call it a top off, but it's a different type of action camera or whatever. And the megapixels and everything are pretty equivalent, but it's only like $50. So I'm kind of like,
Dude, I would get it. My buddy has one, the guy that I go with all the time.
Yeah.
He got it off of like Bangoods or something.
Right.
And it works really good.
yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I was actually videoing rides when we were on the way out. Basically, like, that's a ride I would never fucking go on. But park. $12 for me and my wife each to get in. So when we're in there, I'm with my 4-year-old and $2 a ride for her to go on ride.
Oh, that's cool.
We bought a turkey leg, a smoked turkey leg. So like, yeah.
Oh, that's the stuff. That's why everyone came here, right there. That's the good stuff. It's 5:30 in the morning. We're just about to leave. I'm waiting for Casey. He's picking me up. Got the bike, the gear, new trailer, new GPS. Yeah, we're ready to go. Hopefully Casey. She's a bit wobbly. Oh shit. Hold on. This is a sketchy spot. This is a sketchy spot. We ain't coming out of here. We ain't making it out.
It's gonna be tough as shit.
We'll get out.
We'll make it, but you know the hardest part is, holy crap, it's hella low.
Dude, it is insanely low. I'm gonna go across. Camp Paradise.
What's that?
Said Camp Paradise.
I'm doing some housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Shanty is complete.
Not really working out very well though.
Got all our gear. Nice little spot to keep it. Trailer's worked. A little bit difficult, but It worked.
Good enough.
I'm thinking that might be a mine over there. That little black spot. We're gonna check it out. We are about to go to a mine. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but we're gonna do it. We have a radio we're bringing with us in case we get trapped inside. Maybe someone could have the radio that's over at our camp, and we're on the same channel, so you never know. We're going protected just because there's a dead bird at the entrance, and that's another reason why we probably shouldn't be going in there. But we're doing it.
We'll be okay.
Maybe that's just water droplets hitting the ground. So, looks clear.
Keep going. The air seems to be all right. Doesn't feel like super like heavy. Looks like water starts flowing through this thing pretty good at some point. It opens up back there. That's exactly what I told you, dude. That's funny. Some cemented ass gravel. They made it here. They made it all the way here. And I wonder if it didn't pay off or something.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I ain't kidding. Can you imagine?
It's a trip.
Alright. Well, shall we head back or?
Yeah. Well, at least we know it's in here.
No.
You got a pretty good pan?
Yeah,
Nice. I just dug a spot that looks so good, dude. Like really high hopes for this. Be super disappointed if it doesn't pay out. It's a lot of work too. Little piece. There's some color in there. Not much, but something. Decent pan. A little bit. Yeah. Some color.
Some color.
Ooh, I already see that piece. That's nice. I think that's going to be a good pan. Oh.
Too much. Just a couple of sporadic pieces over here. Not bad.
Yeah, but still, it's a good pan, size-wise. All right. Changed up. Look at that guy. Freaking muscle man over here. Yep, got some new dry clothes on. About to cook dinner. Sun's going down. Everything is all right. Got our chairs, lounging, watching Superbad. Superbad going. Feeling it. Possibly you've noticed by now what our meal situation looks like. We've gotten into the habit of having at least one steak dinner or one hearty meal out of the trip. Other than that, we mostly pack light. We eat quite a bit of Mountain House dehydrated meals and also any other dried foods like pastas or packeted tuna and ramen noodles are also a good choice. Here's the cleanup from only one day's worth of panning. Another trip I took in early August was up to Downeyville for the Downeyville Classic. This was a really neat event. The whole town was packed. It kind of reminded me of maybe what it would have been like during the gold rush. There were people everywhere. You could hardly walk around, yet you have the backdrop of the old town of Downeyville, which is really cool. I rode my Harley up there, and I didn't have my camera with me, but I did have my phone to take pictures, so I took a few pictures. This is what I have to share. It was a really cool trip. I got some gold on the South Yuba on my way up there. I stopped and panned and had a really great trip. Red Bull was there. I was watching kids jump into the river while I was eating. It was really, really neat. You should go check it out if you have a chance. It's the first weekend of August, 2nd through the 5th, Downeyville Classic. at the half a camp, missing the
Stolo.
Yep. The thieves took our chairs. We're chairless. We have a table. We were gonna have chairs and a table. Oh, a roof. We don't have a roof now. But we still have a fire pit and wood, and we still have the wheelbarrow. We'll get them back somehow.
Good morning. Casey's using the redneck cell tower right now. He's talking to Heidi, his wife. He's got his Bluetooth, and his phone is up there. You can see that in that sock hanging up there on a string. Right. Yep, he's talking on the phone booth. Got the slept pretty good. Slept pretty darn good. Got the water heating up over there for the breakfast. Go check that out. Yeah. Found a piece of aluminum. That'll work good.
So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but kind of rebuilt our fire pit. Did a little bit of mortar. I'm about to make a hot dog. We used some blue clay that we found and mixed it with sand. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We were just kind of bored. But yep. Been running the Zuka all day. Hoping for a good cleanup. Casey's been getting some good gold. Went for a swim. It's a little bit too cold to swim. We didn't realize how cold it was going to be. This is the kitchen right here, man. Better than a fire pit. Need to bring some pizza dough out here, man.
We could build a full-on pizza oven.
Seriously. Get some more of that clay. Make some more mortar. Redneck mortar. Go along with the redneck cell tower. Oh, there it's starting to peek through already. Shit. Tons of little pines. Oh, there it is, see? Wow. Wow, dude. That one crack, I bet, paid off really good.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Not bad.
No, that's awesome. This one's mine. One's got a lot more crap in it. Yeah, see, I don't know if I'll be able to get it to show up. Yeah, I kind of see it. Big piece in there. All right, we're gonna do the cleanup.
Wheelbarrow's falling apart. Yeah, that's a good little tool. Lost one nut completely.
Look for it.
I'm gonna need you to find that, Jerry. You broke our wheelbarrow.
Alright. This pink. Oh dude, look already. Already.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude.
Oh man. A lot of lead.
Wow. Look at that.
It's gonna be a nice cleanup.
Wow. I don't even know if I want to mess with this anymore until I go home. You know, I might just leave it like this.
Yeah.
And try to use any.
A lot of gold in there.
That's awesome. Mission successful. Woo. Gold.
Ah, shit.
The Zuka works.
Lots of gold.
Lots of gold. I'll do the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, look at that
Oh, that's
chunk,
nice
dude.
chunk, dude. That's fucking thicker.
Yeah. It's got some chunk to it.
Dude, look at all that.
Another little picker. Yeah.
Good gold.
Good gold, man. Right on. Oh yeah. Got our chairs back. Chairs back. Just cooking, doing some boiling of some water. Got beef stroganoff. Yep. Relaxing. What's up? So, I've been doing the cleanup from this trip that we just came back from today. Pretty decent. I'll show you here. I'm not sure about weight. It's at least a gram, I'm sure. Maybe a gram and a half. Yeah. Healthy gram and a half. There's one chunk in there. It's a serious chunk. That guy. Chunk. And there you have it, my 2017 summer mining season all wrapped up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Also check back for many more mining related videos to come.